I am Boo. We are in New Jersey, and today, January 19th, is the day the iPad kids died a little inside, and I fucking love it. For years and years and years now, we've watched the decline of, social ability and mental health. And the reason for this is because we're all shown all this bullshit online about what we're supposed to be doing with our lives, or what they think we're supposed to be doing with our lives, or what other people are doing with their lives, and we for some reason think we're supposed to do that same thing. Guess what? We're individuals, we have different lives. We don't all have to do the same fucking thing. And in all honesty, I have never, ever used TikTok. Ever. I started to notice a big decline with the iPad kids. One thing, I'm a very big tech guy. I'm into all kinds of tech. I'm constantly learning new things online and, watching videos and learning stuff and trying new things and programming and all kinds of things. And that's great because I'm learning. But when you're mindlessly doom scrolling all day long and all you see are, just videos of oddly satisfying things, that dopamine hit, man, just gets those kids hooked. They say it takes 7 videos for somebody to get hooked on it. Granted, I am a YouTube addict, absolutely. But this morning I woke up to, my roommate's son. He went looking for TikTok this morning and didn't get it and screamed at the top of his lungs. So that woke me up this morning and I was like, what is going on? And then I remembered that last night my wife went to go on TikTok and told me it was closed. They shut it down. Now, don't get me wrong, I do believe that Donald Trump is gonna, swoop in tomorrow after the, the whole 9 inauguration and everything and try to save this company, give them at least a little more leeway to sell to an American company. But, this is the stuff that, they've been talking about for years. And you have to remember, Trump wanted TikTok gone. Trump wanted TikTok gone. Trump wanted TikTok gone. And yet he's the guy who's going to come in and save it. The only thing I think that is going to happen is going to be saved in some way. If they do remain a foreign entity, I do foresee Trump putting some kind of a tariff or a tax to that country on TikTok or other social media, platforms. This campaign he's been running, and he's said a lot of things as far as, making other countries pay us and, creating an external revenue service instead of an internal revenue service where we pay for all the things. He wants other countries to pay for all the things. And that is okay, but at the same time, we're going to create more global tension, we're going to create more issues in the market, and we're going to create a world where we cannot gain access to technology and information because it will be so far and widespread under tariff and all because of money. And that's what I've been saying the whole time. Money is the root of all evil. It is our downfall. It will be our downfall because of all this corporate greed and all this nonsense these iPad kids have to suffer. And, I laugh. I think it's the funniest thing ever because there's a whole world out there and you little brains out there have to focus on a screen because you can't focus on what's happening in the world. And then we wonder why we have such a big social disconnect. And we wonder why kids have ADD or ADHD. It's not because of their, chemistry. It's because we are all wired the same as human beings and we can be addicted to things so easily. And these big tech companies know that. And then they play Darth Vader, where they change the deal after you bought it.
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
Because, you're going to get fucked. And that's what we've been seeing a lot of. Companies will sell you a product, and then they'll change the terms of service after that product's been out for a while. Recently, Bambu Labs, who is a 3D printer, company, has basically gone the way of HP. They want to proprietarily control all of their units that they put out and make their own software for it. And any software you might have been using or that you use for your businesses and your print farms, guess what? That's going to be gone. As soon as this update kicks in, I don't even know if you'll have a choice whether to update or not. Well, this is the thing that we've been seeing from HP for so long with their printers. You can't scan if you don't have printer ink. You can't fax if you don't have printer ink. It's silly. It's absolutely silly. You can no longer buy the product, for the use that it has because they'll change the use so many times to include a subscription service. And that's what everybody's saying about Bambu because, they smell a subscription service coming, because they want to proprietarize their software. And I can understand wanting to do that for security reasons, but everybody does things for security reasons because, whatever, security comes first, but it really doesn't. Next it'll be for the kids. Next will be, save the kids. We can't use 3D printer software that we want to use because of the kids. because somebody could 3D print a gun, I guess, and they I don't know, they would have some responsibility for that. I don't see it. I just don't see it. If I hand somebody a phone and they take that phone and they hack the government or they hack a bank and steal millions and millions of dollars, does that mean it should fall on me? No. Does that mean I should change the way I think or do because this other person's going to take a device that I had? Hell no. I don't give a shit what they do with that device after I've got it out of my hands. I've already cleared all my information from it. I've already cleared everything out of it. And, it's just a brand new device to them. But, in this day and age with all the nonsense and technology, that can basically steal every piece of information you can give it. I just don't know, But regardless of that, today is the day that the iPad kids died a little. And it makes me so happy because we really need to come back together and be social. I feel like, COVID was like a jail sentence for people. Everybody was stuck inside. And then when they came outside, they don't know how to act in real life anymore. So everybody acts crazy and ridiculous and whatever. And we're all just hurting each other. That's it. We're all just hurting each other. You have to realize we are a country. We are supposed to be united. We are supposed to be, the United States of America. Oh, but nobody can be fucking united because everything is a fight. The sooner we understand that, what we see on TikTok and YouTube, all these people living their fancy, glamorous lives with all this garbage. That's not for us. That's for that 2%, man. Stop trying to be the 2%. If you ain't the 2% and you can't get to the 2%, be happy with your fucking life the way it is. But, in all honesty, I think, entertainment is one thing and, a little bit of information is another. But when you get all these people who do the stupidest stuff to try to prove information that's, and they do it in an unsafe manner, and then they video it and they show it to kids who are impressionable, and we're just being bombarded with this stuff constantly between the news, the TV, the radio, the phone alerts, the this and that and the other, every update on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. We're being bombarded so hard by news, and half of it's BS. Kids stand no chance in this world that way. We need to get these kids off the iPads and out into the real world. Just get them some experience out in the real world. It's not saying it's not good to teach kids, about technology and stuff, because technology is the way that the future is going. And unfortunately, we all have to be drug along with it. But, if you can keep ahead of that curve and ahead of what's happening, then you can start to see the pieces of the puzzle that don't quite fit together right. And that there's something wrong. So unplug yourself from the matrix today and just go out in the world and do something with yourself, And that's about all I got for this one. So thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.